Welcome, curious seekers of history, to the dark ashes of a forgotten empire. When ancient cities burn to the ground, we often blame the ruthless foreign armies invading them. But what if the greatest ancient city in the Americas fell entirely by its own people? Today we reveal the dark and tragic truth behind the sudden fall of ancient Teotihuacan. Let us step back in time to witness the fierce revolution that burned the city of gods to ashes. Before the mighty Aztec Empire rose, a vast metropolis dominated the Mexican highlands. Known as the place where men become gods, it was the absolute pinnacle of early civilization. According to historical records, its population reached over 100,000 people. During the 5th century, this urban marvel was vastly larger than the ancient city of Rome. At the very heart of the empire stands the Avenue of the Dead, a massive, imposing stone highway. Looming over this great road is the Pyramid of the Sun, a true masterpiece of human engineering. Modern archaeologists marvel at its perfect grid layout, aligned precisely with the distant stars. High priests stand upon these towering altars, lifting their obsidian blades to bless the golden sun. The wealthy ruling elite live in absolute luxury, adorned with vibrant quetzal feathers. These proud nobles gaze down from grand palaces, believing they are equal to the divine gods. The city streets are painted in a striking red color, reflecting the immense power of the rulers. From the outside, this harmonious society seems invincible, beyond any mortal force. Beautiful murals of the rain god decorate the walls, promising endless prosperity and life. A complex religious system controls every aspect of daily life, demanding strict obedience. The mighty rulers demand constant offerings, spilling vital essence to keep the universe balanced. For centuries, this sacred capital expands its borders, casting an illusion of eternal peace. Foreign merchants travel hundreds of miles just to witness its truly breathtaking architecture. Massive stone walls protect the inner sanctuaries, keeping the sacred rituals hidden away. Beneath this perfectly orchestrated illusion of divine order, a dangerous storm is brewing. The foundations of the empire are built on the broken backs of those who dwell in the outer shadows. To understand the impending doom, we must look away from the pyramids and into the crowded slums. The true wealth of the city relies on a massive trade network, heavily controlling volcanic glass. This sharp obsidian is the most precious resource of the era, more valuable than shining gold. Thousands of exhausted commoners toil endlessly in dusty workshops, crafting weapons for the elite. They live in vast, windowless apartment compounds, packed tightly together in suffocating conditions. While the rich feast on exotic meats, the working class struggles to survive on basic rations of corn. In the early 7th century, a harsh climate shift brings an unprecedented catastrophe. A severe drought strikes the region, drying up the rivers and turning the fertile soil into dust. The vital corn crops wither away under the blazing sun, pushing the poor into extreme starvation. Desperate farmers pray to the rain god for help, but the merciless skies remain completely dry. As famine spreads through the lower quarters, the elite continue their lavish and wasteful ceremonies. Their heavily guarded storehouses remain full of food, tightly locked away from the starving citizens. The massive wealth gap becomes a cruel reality, breeding deep resentment in the working districts. Starving mothers watch their children suffer, while the rich nobles demand even more heavy labor. If you were watching your own family fade into nothing, would you still obey your wealthy kings? The priests desperately increase their mortal offerings, falsely claiming it will bring the rain back. But the endless crimson shed on the altars fails to produce a single drop of life-saving water. The common people begin to realize that their divine rulers are just powerless, greedy mortals. Whispers of rebellion spread like wildfire through the dark, cramped alleys of the suffocating slums. The supreme authority of the state starts to crumble, replaced by a desperate need for survival. Tensions reach a boiling point as the royal guards brutally punish anyone who dares to steal food. The city is divided into two different worlds, standing dangerously on the edge of a cliff. A spark of fierce revolution is ready to ignite, fueled by decades of agonizing pain. Evidence shows a rapid decline in population health, with severe malnutrition scarring their bones. The illusion of a peaceful paradise is shattered by the harsh reality of endless hunger. No religious propaganda can stop the furious hunger burning inside the angry peasants. They secretly gather their heavy stone tools, preparing to fight against the heavily armored guards. Night falls over the Grand Pyramids, but the oppressive silence is heavier than it has ever been. A sudden terrifying scream breaks the calm, marking the start of an unstoppable uprising. The oppressed masses finally rise from the dirt, ready to tear down the heavens they once worshipped. By the year 650, the majestic city of wonders suddenly erupts in chaos. A tide of starving, furious rebels floods the sacred avenue of the dead with blazing torches. Their bodies are painted with grey ash and dark mud, turning them into a terrifying army of ghosts. The outnumbered royal guards are quickly overwhelmed by the sheer, brutal force of the angry mob. Wooden shields are violently splintered, and the elite defenders are beaten into the ground. A blazing inferno consumes the night sky, casting a sinister red glow over the entire city. As modern archaeologists excavated the ruins, they discovered a truly chilling and strange fact. The devastating fire did not spread randomly. It was set with terrifying precision. The furious mob completely bypassed the poor neighborhoods, leaving their own humble homes untouched. Instead, they strictly targeted the grand palaces, the sacred temples, and the wealthy residences. Every structure belonging to the ruling elite was systematically smashed and set on fire. The once arrogant nobles now run in panic, their luxurious clothing torn and covered in soot. They crawl desperately through the burning ruins, begging for mercy from the people they enslaved. Priceless jade masks are violently shattered into pieces, and sacred murals are destroyed with pure rage. Pushed to the limit, is a violent uprising a crime or a desperate need for survival? The furious citizens pull down the giant stone statues, destroying the gods of their masters. This targeted destruction proves beyond doubt that there was no foreign army involved in the attack. It was an organized, deeply personal act of vengeance by an extremely exhausted working class. Decades of deep inequality and exploitation are repaid in one night of extreme violence. The high priests, once feared as divine messengers, are struck down upon their own sacred altars. Pyramid of the Sun stands helplessly as the grand empire crumbles around its heavy base. Thick, suffocating black smoke heavily chokes the air, blocking out the moonlight and the distant stars. The massive administrative buildings along the main avenue are completely gutted by flames. The complex political system, carefully built over 6 centuries, is erased in mere hours. They smash the obsidian workshops, ensuring that the terrible tools of their oppression are broken. The fiery rebellion shows no mercy, hunting down every member of the corrupt ruling family. The once glorious capital is transformed into a terrifying battleground of pure class warfare. It is a dark reminder that power cannot protect you when the people have nothing left to lose. As the horrific night finally ends, the raging fires slowly die down into quiet, glowing embers. The deafening screams of the violent revolution are eventually replaced by an eerie, dead silence. The exhausted rebels stand among the blackened ruins, covered in the ashes of their former masters. They have overthrown the cruel regime, but they have also destroyed their own magnificent city. Without the complex economic network, the urban population can no longer sustain itself here. The brutal victory is incredibly bitter, leaving them with nothing but broken stones and wood. The grand civilization of Teotihuacan has effectively committed a tragic act of self-destruction. A cold, grey morning breaks over the devastated landscape, revealing the true scale of the tragedy. The mighty palaces are now just empty, smoking shells, permanently scarred by the intense heat. The surviving commoners, deeply traumatized, realize there is no future left for them here. A sorrowful exodus begins as thousands of families pack their belongings to leave forever. They slowly drag their heavy feet across the ash-covered ground, turning their backs on the ruined pyramids. The Grand Avenue of the Dead lives up to its dark name, becoming a massive, silent graveyard. The intricate waterways and advanced drainage systems slowly fill up with dirt and heavy debris. Nature slowly begins to reclaim the burned architecture, covering the crimson stones with wild vines. For centuries, this colossal ghost town will remain completely abandoned, shrouded in deep mystery. When the Aztecs discover these massive ruins centuries later, they will stand in absolute awe. The Aztecs will name it the City of the Gods, unaware of the tragic class war buried beneath. They believe a race of giants built these structures, not knowing mortal hands forged and destroyed them. Modern excavations reveal the grim reality, finding smashed idols and charred elite complexes. The absolute lack of foreign weapons proves that the enemy was entirely from within. When the heavy burden of survival outweighs the fear of divine punishment, empires quickly fall. Teotihuacan is a tragic monument to the devastating consequences of human greed. It shows that massive military force cannot save a deeply broken and corrupt society. The ruined temples stand as silent witnesses to the incredible anger of the lower class. Their brilliant architectural achievements were completely useless against internal division. The bright red walls faded, the glorious feathers rotted, and the powerful priests turned to simple dust. History always remembers the wealthy kings, but it is the poor who truly shape its final course. The fall of this incredible metropolis is a dark warning for future civilizations. The Grand Avenue of the Dead remains perfectly quiet, holding the secrets of an ancient rebellion. As the desert wind blows across the pyramid steps, we must ask ourselves what we have truly learned. This massive city reminds us that every golden age carries the destructive seeds of its own end. Farther down south, another ancient culture chose a very different way to leave their final mark. Instead of burning cities, they carved giant, mysterious figures into the dry desert sand. This city proves no empire can survive when extreme inequality divides its own people. Do you truly think a fierce uprising was the only way for the starving poor to find justice? Please share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this journey, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.